All right, I think we're back. We're ready to go here. Okay. Um, hey, what are you doing here? You should be in bed by now, you. Good evening to everyone. 21st Century Jedi here with you once again. In a little while, yeah. Get to bed. Yeah. So, doing another stream here, doing another run at Valhingen Graveyard. Looked at where we were where we were at last time we left off. We're doing areas 7 and 8. We're in the second part. We're clearing the zombie zone. We need to go to location 7 and 8, location 18, which is not far. I think we can do that. Um, we should be able to get the zombie zone cleared out tonight. Oh, nice. You're playing Final Fantasy VIII. Good. Um, should be able to get the zombies cleared out tonight. Move on to the whites. Those will be a little bit more difficult, I bet. I don't know if we're going to get to the vampire tonight or not. It'd be cool if we did, but I suspect that these fights are going to be pains in the butt. I might have to reload a couple times. I don't know. But we're going to give it a shot. So let's get on the ball here. We're facing west. Go right in. A zombie with gray, leathery, hard skin gazes at you with hate-filled eyes. Nice description. Side 4. Ooh. Got you. Go. I hope everyone's having a good evening tonight. I am exhausted. Not looking forward to tomorrow. Not looking forward to working this week. As it is, though, I am trying to prepare for a potential vacation coming up within a couple weeks, I hope. That would be nice. Um, Give me a chance to get away again. Um, don't know where we're going yet. It's going to be kind of a spur of the moment type of thing more than anything else. But the good news is I do have Monday off. Yeah, I do have Monday off, which is good. Not getting any sound here. What's going on? What happened here? Oh, it's quiet. That's why. Let me try and raise that up a little bit. There we go. Let's see if that works. Uh, why don't you turn? Wow, that's good. Very effective. Geez, she blew out just about everybody here. I don't see the Juju zombie. Oh, there it is. I can barely hear the sound. Yeah, definitely not something I expected. First of all, I'd like to say that it was wonderful seeing a lot of familiar faces at our session yesterday. Um, Always good to see those familiar faces and stuff. Everybody that we hadn't seen each other in like 2 months. For some people, it was longer, and it was great to see everybody again. I was very, very happy to see everyone. Um, his fun roll to 3. Yeah, he does that. Um, Regarding the events and stuff, uh, it seems like we just do this. I don't know. I don't know if it's just this group or if it's just any group that I play with or something, but it seems like for some reason we always seem to go down a path that we don't need to go down, and then when we do, we wind up hurting ourselves really bad. Um, I don't know how else to explain it, honestly. It's weird, you know? Like we were supposed to we were disabling that power core. We didn't need to do that. You know, we just did it. There was some bad luck, of course. I mean, we had some misfortunate rolls, or unfortunate rolls, I should say. Um, Not much you can do about that. I mean, and our GM did try to, um, he tried to play it out as best as he could, given the situation. Um, I think it was one of those things that we probably could have just avoided by just not doing it in the first place. Oh yeah, of course he did. Yeah, I cannot argue with that. He did an excellent job. And I think, given the situation, I think everybody kind of handled it as best they could. It was one of those things where we just, looking back with hindsight, we probably should not have gone and done what we did, but we did. So, naturally we pay the price for that. And at the end of the night, like I was just tired. I was like exhausted. Um, Still not sleeping as great as I would like to. And then when you combine that with having to take a late motorcycle ride home, that adds to your risk level. And you don't want to have a lot of risk when it comes to riding a motorcycle. You know, you try to keep the risk factors down to a minimum whenever you can. Otherwise, you wind up, you know, causing problems for yourself. Oh yeah, it's not that. It's like I said, I was anticipating that we would be done about an hour earlier. But that's all right. Like I said, it is what it is. I made it home fine. The motorcycle's running great. Can't complain about that. Um, and looking back on it, I'm glad I took the motorcycle because last year I think I only took it out once or twice, and already I've taken it out twice this year to D&D sessions, and I'm hoping to do it more and more to other things. Uh, there's what do you want to call it? There's only so much you can do when it comes to I'm just going to exit this. When it comes to riding the motorcycle during the spring, summer, and fall months, there's only so much opportunity you get. Um, Once it starts getting into the hot summer months, you can only ride it like usually like in the morning or in late in the evening when the temperature's not really burning hot. Various objects are scattered about. Will we pick them up? Yeah, okay. Honestly, I don't want to. I'm really not keen on picking up all this treasure. The XP is good, I suppose. Take the money, take the gold, leave the silver behind. There's a wand. I guess take the potion. And then let's have Ranulf take the items. Try and take the scrolls. I don't know. I'm not going to cry. These are just scrolls of restoration. So, leave the treasure. All right, so we took care of areas 7 and 8. Now we gotta backtrack around up to 16 and then 18, and that will take care of the zombie area for us. Do 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 do. There's this wall. I'm avoiding area 26. Probably shouldn't. If you have ever defeated the specters at locations 22 and 23, but have not yet defeated the vampire, you are approached by a level 6 magic user, which we have not done yet. So we gotta go west here, and then into here. All around the tower, piles of hair and fur cover the area. This is where we might get hit. Nope. Zombies guard this tower. Let's Alt S this just in case. To get back what I was saying though, like there's only certain opportunities you're gonna get to ride the motorcycle comfortably. I've ridden in hot weather, I've ridden in rainy weather, I've ridden in lots of different weather. It's not fun, you know. The door closes with a clamor of locks falling into place. Wow, nice. Um, you get to the point where you're like, it's fun riding the motorcycle, but you don't want to ride it when it's like 99 degrees outside or, it's raining hard or hailing or whatever. You want to ride when it's comfortable weather because you're going to wear, if you're smart, you're going to wear your leathers, you're going to wear your jeans, you're going to wear a helmet. So if something does happen to you, guess what? You're not dead. Um, so you're already going to be kind of bulked up and warm. So you don't want to ride in like super warm weather. I'm going to do something else here. Hold on. I'm going to move you. Move you to there. There we go. We'll start popping those guys. Nice. And let's do a turn. Um, and in this neck of the woods, in this area of the country, we're known for sometimes having triple digit heat in the summertime, especially July and August. But we're also known for getting rain on the weekends, when you can ride your motorcycle. Thunderstorms, they can move in very quick and then leave very quick too. There can be downpours and just, next moment they're sunny. So um, it's it's tricky riding sometimes if you're not careful. And the fall makes it worse because yes, the weather cools down, but also the chance for rain increases, and with that, the wind picks up and leaves get on the ground and they get on the roads, and it makes the slippery travel a little bit on the road sometimes. So when it comes to riding the motorcycle, you kind of have to pick your opportunities. And I was able to pick them this weekend, and I don't regret it. I feel a sneeze coming on. Hang on. Okay. Like I said, you want to pick your opportunities, and there'll be times where it's like 95 degrees outside. I'm just gonna take my vehicle, take my truck or something, and I'll just ride in the air conditioned comfort. It's not the greatest, and I know my wife is trying to move out of the motorcycle riding and into like getting a convertible or something like that. Because we're getting up there in age and we don't ride as often as we used to. I would like to take the grandkids on a motorcycle ride or two before I do finally hang it up. And I know it's weird, or it might sound a little weird here, but I remember like one of my fondest memories growing up when I was my grandkids' age, um, right around this age period and stuff, is when I would go on motorcycle rides with my father. Um, we would, back in the, what was it, late 70s, early 80s, um, we would go riding with him on this Honda Nighthawk or whatever it was, and he would go play racquetball at a place probably a little bit down the highway from where we lived. To us, it felt like it was a long distance drive, but in reality, it was probably only like 10, 15 minutes. Uh, but it was special because it was my brother and my sister and me. And back in those days, it would be like, I was like 6, 7 years old maybe. And I would go, like, if it was my turn to go, I would, ride on the back of the motorcycle with my father, and he would go and play racquetball with his friends, and I would just kind of hang out, you know, unsupervised, running around the racquetball place. I remember, and my memory might be faulty on this, but I swear I remember it being near railroad tracks. I remember going out the back door of the place, sitting on a stoop or something like that, and seeing railroad tracks just wide open. And I believe they were still active at the time. So, yeah, it was a crazy time back then. Apologize for the sniffles. The sneeze kind of threw my sinuses in whack here. Um, what's going on tonight? Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals. I believe my Golden Knights are going to. They're probably going to lose tonight, is my guess. I'm just guessing at that. Um, Whoops. They're looking like they are getting hurt. They're getting banged up, and I just feel like it's not their year. You know, they could certainly prove me wrong, and I'm still holding out hope that they're gonna, pull it off somehow. They got to win 2 in a row, including one at Carolina. Um, they can do it. I think they're capable of doing it. I don't think they have great chances right now because, again, they just lost their number 2 center and one of my favorite players on the team. Um, their goaltending has not been great this finals. Their defense is banged up. Um, they have not been able to hold Carolina to less than 4 goals in any game. That's a bad recipe right there. You know, at some point you have to play defense. You have to hold the other team down to like 2 goals or less, ideally. Because otherwise you're forced to score like 5 goals a game, which is hard to do in the NHL. Vegas has done it. They have done it, but to ask them to do it 2 more times, that's a lot. I'm not hopeful. If they can somehow pull this win off, Get a good solid goaltending performance. Anything could happen in Game 7. How much more complicated Final Fantasy 8 is compared to 7? Yeah, it is, huh? Um, who knows what's going to happen to, if they can win. I'll tell you this though. If they win tonight, somehow Vegas wins tonight, I will probably make it a point to go out on Wednesday evening when Game 7 is played, and I will watch that game. I've not watched any single game this entire playoffs. Um, and again, it's been a muted thing for me. So I don't know if I will like go wear my jersey out to watch or something like that. But piles of hair and fur cover the area. Okay. The chamber is filled with useless clothing and rusting armor. So I have to go around this place here. Let's just save this again. Oh, goodness. Got a chance to go with the grandkids, do a little. We played a little street hockey, which was fun. We got a chance to do a little mini hike around a local park. That was cool. This should be the Spectre, I think. Oh, we're combating you. Spectre. Um, yeah, it was good to get out and play with them a little bit. And the sun wasn't beating down on us, thank goodness. It was kind of cloudy, thank goodness for that. So yeah, it was. We got a chance to spend a little time with them outside this weekend. That was good. They're closing in on their last days of school this week and going into next week, I think. So he missed. I want you to move up to him and then try and turn him. No effect. Well, it's worth a try. Yeah, we could be doing. I think what we should be doing is magic missiles here, but oh, hits for 0. See, so bows have no effect on him. What can you cast? Magic missile. Why is he going again? I'm gonna guard. You three got a hit. There you go. 16 points of damage will do a lot of damage. There you go. I don't even think he got a shot off. No, don't continue the battle. Let's see. What are we looking at here? Still 0-0. All right, so for this one, we got area 18. We got some gems. Let's have Amelina take the platinum at least. So that's valuable. Take the gems. We'll fill the top 2 guys up with gold. All right, so that takes care of that Spectre for that zombie producing crap. Area 19 we don't need to go to because that's just kind of a combat. We're not getting to get any treasure out of it. And it's a mummy. Mummies are tough. So we are done here. I'm going to go back around. Okay, we're out. Facing east. Where do we go now? The whites are over there. There's area 10 and 12. We're going to have to go through this chokehold here, this choke point at 26. But we can do areas 10 and 12 first, maybe? Um, yeah, I'm gonna ignore areas 10 and 12 if I can. So I'll give you the breakdown on this here. Let me see if I can show it to you on the map. It is directly east of me here. So to the right, as you can see here, um, if I were to go down and around, like if I were to go directly east, that's the choke point I'm referring to, which I'm going to have it. Well, it kind of looks like I have to go through that. So if I were to go directly east and hit that wall, that's the choke point. I'm going to have to go north to hit the white area. Although, if I were to go east, south, and then around that little T section there, that's on the right side here, if I were to go down and around that to the east and head northeast, there's a little section there just to the east of the map there, area 10 and area 12. I'll read to you what's going to happen there because I'm just going to save some time. I'm not going to go all the way over there to do nothing really. So area 10 says you stand before a huge tower. The single entrance is locked and strongly built. Warning voices cry from within. We are the spirits of those who fought the dragons. Leave us or die. And the thing that results from this is if you do not leave, then you're forced into combat with 4 whites at least. It's a random combat. Um, I don't know how tough that will be, so it's a fight with maybe a gain XP. Really, at this point, I don't need XP. I don't need treasure. I just need to end the game. So, kind of skipping that one. Right next to that area is area 12. In the chamber is a single crypt. Floating above the crypt is a wraith. I am the protector of the paladin. I guard his remains for all eternity. Leave or suffer. If we stay, we would fight a wraith. Then we can loot the paladin's remains for treasure. Of the treasure that's there is a hammer +3, sling of seeking +2, potion of extra healing, more clerical scrolls, or a clerical scroll, more restorations, a magic user scroll for slow, hold person, and invisibility 10-foot radius. I don't really need any of that. So I'm going to skip both of them for now because you don't really need to do either of those areas to clear the whole thing out. Equip rings of fire resistance and cast resist fire. You can include party members in the radius of a fireball, blah, blah, blah. Whites accompanied by a mummy are especially dangerous, and even accompanying zombies are a problem as clerics turn those first, yes. So we have to defeat the army of whites at location 20, Spectre generating whites at location 22, and the Wraith guarding treasure. Okay, so we do have to go after that Wraith. Dang it. Dang it. So I do have to fight the Wraith. Crap. I might just leave the treasure and just fight the guy. I don't know. A lot of walking around. I think we're gonna Move. I think we'll take care of the Wraith first. I was hoping not to deal with him, honestly. Where are we at now? I think this way. Yeah. Here's the T section. This way is to the mummy. I don't want to deal with you. We have to go to those locations 10 and 12 anyways. It's not what I wanted. Let's just save this anyways, just to be safe. I will be so glad when I can get this game over with. You find some undead. Great. This is going to be whites. Yep, we're going to combat. Carolina scored. It's 1-0. And Vegas started the same goalie again. Oh, well. If I were the coach of Vegas, I would not have started our goalie again in Game 6. I would have gone to somebody else. Because really, at this point, you know, if you have your goalie, he's given up 4 goals in the first 5 games each. You kind of need to make a change. I mean, Carolina made a change with their goaltending. So that should tell you something. There's the whites and the zombies. Oh, what's this? A ghoul. Interesting. Okay. Let's let them come to us, I think. I'm going to guard. Try and hit the zombies at least. Knock a few out. It'd be nice if you could. That's one. Because remember, according to the guide, when we do turn undead, it's going to affect the zombies first. And we don't want the ghouls or the whites to hit us, I don't believe. Okay. Back to what I was saying about Vegas. When your goalie gives up 4 goals in the first 5 games each, that's 20 goals you've given up. That's not great goaltending, in my opinion. I don't care if the defense didn't help him. I don't care what excuses you want to throw out. Make a save, as Steve Dangle would say. Make a save. You're in the Stanley Cup final. You need to step up your game. If you're giving up 4 goals a game, your team's not going to win all those games. There's no way. You know, you got to have Gretzky on your team. So for me, nice, you killed the ghoul. For me, if I were the coach, it would be an easy move. You start whichever goalie, other than the one you've been starting, whichever one you think gives you the best chance to win. We've got Aiden Hill, we've got Akira Schmid. If either of those guys is healthy and ready to play, and you think they can give you a shot, it might give you, you know, enough of a shot to win, play them. Worst case, you lose. You're no different than where if you were to start your other guy, in my opinion. You know? And if you win, now suddenly you look like a genius because you've won the game, and now you've got a hot hand riding into game 7. You might have a good goaltender who, if he throws a shutout tonight, right? There you go. You know, now you've got the hot hand. You can ride that into game 7 and maybe, just maybe, pull off a Stanley Cup win. But what do I know? Kind of waiting for all these. Why are they not moving up? Come near. There we go. Let's see if we can turn the whites. Still 1-0. My guess is it's going to be another 4-2 game. Carolina's going to score another 4 goals. That's my guess. And it's kind of sad in a way because, when your team's on the losing end of, the finals, or any type of playoff loss, it hurts. But um, it's been a great season for Vegas. I would like to see them turn things around a little bit next season. I don't want to see Carter Hart come back. I'd be fine if Howden left. I would like to see them start taking the lead on doing some more initiatives to, reach out to the community a little bit more. I'm gonna have you move up. Let's have you move up. Okay, that's fine. Now you got all these guys you can turn. Give it a shot. You got the zombie. Okay. I'm not surprised the whites aren't turned, but at least the zombies are getting turned. That cuts down on the number of people we need to attack. All right, bows and arrows don't work on whites. Noted. Guess what? You guys are going to go hand to hand now. The ghoul. This is where we could start using Fireball, but we are too late to do that. But next fight we can probably do it. So let's have you view items ready. You're almost out of arrows too. That stinks. Longsword, shield. Kind of want to use the wand of lightning. Mm, dang it. Drained a level. I think I kind of want to reload. Let's reload. Should have advanced a little bit. Then we would have been right up against them. It's all right. At least now we know we have a little bit more knowledge. We can switch them out sooner and have them cast like Fireball now. This might be an appropriate time for Fireball. Vegas is on a power play. Hmm. You could try to turn. That'll at least send 2 zombies out. 3. Okay. Making them run away is not a bad thing. And knowing that we probably can't turn the whites or the ghouls, Amelina can just focus on attacking. Wow, he turned just about every zombie. View, items, ready. Turn on the shield and the longsword. Let's have you guard. Let's see, turn that off. We need the Morning Star. Wait, you don't have a shield? Ugh, why don't you have a shield, dude? That's terrible. He does have the wand, though. Ooh. Kind of want to use that wand. Let's use the wand. Use that wand. See if you can do it. How far away would we have to be? Pop them. All right, that works. You guard. Here come the whites. Nice. Took a chunk out of them. That guy's dead. You guard. Come get some. This will work out okay, I think. Still not going to get a fireball out of this, which is fine. I'm okay with that, actually. As long as we can nail these guys fast. They're going to run in the corner, which is fine with me. Yeah, run away. I don't care. Vegas didn't score on the power play. Like I said, I think Vegas is going to lose tonight. And that's fine. I mean, that's kind of karma, I guess. I would like to see more done with the NHL. There's so much more they can do, you know? Heck, it's Pride Month. Why aren't we hearing anything about Pride right now in the NHL? You know? Like, why can't someone step up? Like an owner or somebody to say, you know what? We're going to support this. We're going to support Pride Month. We're going to support women. We're going to support, speak up against racism and all this other stuff. Why can't we just, I don't know. I wish we could just do better, especially in the NHL. Why don't you get this guy? Dang it. Well, I guess we'll keep playing. This is bad. So right now, Ranulf is the only one who's drained. We can use a restoration on him. Hmm. All right, we got rid of one of the whites. Huh. The ghoul hit Tauros and didn't drain him. Soften that guy up. That white, man. Gotta be able to hit him. Only AC 5. Hits Ranulf. Ranulf's drained again. I wonder if we can use the restoration in battle, because if so, I think I want to do that. The problem is it's going to set him back a little bit. It's going to set Ranulf back a little bit on the XP grind. But I got to try and restore him, I think. Go ahead and soften up that white one more time, since we can't seem to hit it. All right, I want you to hit this dude. Take care of him. You still can't hit the white. Miss. Hey, Zoe, what's going on? I'm getting hit by darn whites here and getting drained. There we go. All right, so now Ranulf can focus on... Take care, Foxfire. Have a good night, man. Get lots of rest. Safe travels. Hope all goes well. I'm doing okay here. Watching my Golden Knights lose, so that's not fun. But other than that, just chilling tonight. Gearing myself up for another work week. Got a bunch of zombies trying to run away from us here. I wonder if they could be double turned. I'm going to try that with Amelina. I'm going to have her go right up to these guys and just turn and see if they all blow up or not. Okay, there goes the zombie. You can just move. Guard, I suppose. I want you to use... Ready. Take the long sword and the shield out of your hand. And let's take this. Cast that. Camp only. Okay. You might as well just exit. Star Wars Empire at War again. Ugh. You know, I had started playing that recently. I think if I was going to do that again, I would try to do the mod that they just came out with a few months back. The one that's like super complex, different than what I've been playing. It's the one with all the, fancy ships and everything like that. The one I'm playing is it's one planet or one system, and then you're trying to branch out and take over the entire galaxy. This guy's going to guard. You're going to move. The reason why is I have a few of them. Okay, cool. I don't want to play what I'm playing now. I don't want to stream that. The reason why is because it is a grind. It really is a grind. I think I like over the past couple times I've played, I gained like maybe one or two systems in, net. There's so much that you have to fight against in terms of like all the corruption that comes in. You have to build up your star bases, your space stations. I mean, I keep confusing that with Star Trek. You have to build up your space stations. you're constantly on the defense because, uh, you're trying to build up, you're trying to expand, and then just when you think you've got everything built up, here comes, all the Empire's admirals in a one giant fleet coming in to try and take on your level 5 star base with a, Mon Cal cruiser. And it's frustrating. I mean, I win it, I defend successfully, but it's like a constant grind. It really is a grind, and I am not. I don't want to stream that. So, like I said, if I were to stream it, I would do the mod, and I'm not really in a position to do it right now because I've got 3 games I'm trying to rotate through right now, and I'm trying to finish this one up. I'm close to finishing it. Um, I'm also doing Diablo 2, which I'm getting closer to finishing. Final Fantasy 7 is not close to finishing, so that one's going to go for a while. Taking some, yeah. See, I want to learn those mods too. That's the other thing too. I don't want to just go into it blind and stumble around. I want to actually spend time playing the game privately with the mod on and figure out how it works. Um, that's what I would want to do. You went in blind and stumbled around, yeah. Um, yeah, I can't do that. I mean, if I want to stream it, I got to know what's going on there. I can't just go in blind. We are slowly getting up there here. I'm gonna let Farandweil. He's gonna take this dude in the corner, whereas I'm trying to get Amelina up here to turn all these guys. I think 1, maybe 2 more turns, and then I'll do the turning. End of the first. Vegas has a power play goal, but they are still down 1-0. Shots are 8 apiece. Surprising. Usually Carolina dominates the shooting. If they're going to come back, it's this upcoming period. Vegas has owned the second period against Carolina for the most part. Let's see. You just go out of the way here. And guard. He's got a wand. I don't want him using that. So you're going to go into battle here. Or not. You're just going to finish the guy off. Sweet. Let's go ahead and get these guys out of the way. Tauros, just start hacking and slashing your way through that. Go ahead, do the turn. Let's see how many we get here. No effect. Oh, because they're already turned. Ranulf, you need to change, dude. I didn't mean to put you in battle here. I really hope he can. Right now he is Cleric Fighter Magic User level 5. I don't know how that's going to work with Restoration. Take care, Zoe. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll talk to you Thursday. We'll do some World of Warships, man. So now I got to have these guys get pegged here. All right, she's got 3 ahead of her right now. I want you to peg this guy. Bop him on the head. Done, guard. Ranulf, come on. This might be all for naught, too, if I can't get those levels back. That would really, really bite. It would mean I would have to fight these battles a whole lot differently. So Ranulf has drained 2 levels. I'm wondering if a restoration is going to bring that back or not. Very good. You're going to guard. I don't want you getting in any more fights. You're done. You're done. Just got to slowly pick my way through this. Ow. Didn't mean to do that. But I do want this guy working on these guys over here. I think we're powerful enough to beat the game at this point. Like, we don't need any more loot. I mean, there's a couple of things out there that might be worth it, but at this point, I just want to, like, I just want to finish this game. That's really all I want to do. I want to finish the game. As far as next games go, like, I've mentioned a couple of the other ones we're currently working on. Wasteland 3 is one that I would love to play. Because I've never played it. And I supported number 2. And the same team created it for number 3, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it. All right, hurry up. Exit. Let's hope we can get Ranulf back. If we cannot get his stuff back somehow, if like it doesn't work, then my guess is I would have to rerun and reload and then somehow figure out a way to use Fireball. Let's encamp. Just keeping an eye on things here. Let's see. View Ranulf. Items. Use. No. We're going to ready. I hope this works. He's restored. He did get a hit point back. And we used up a scroll, thank goodness. I wish they would be a little bit more specific on the levels. Like, I can't tell. He's level 5. Yeah, great, you know. He was level 5 before I started the restoration, so I have no idea if that worked. I'm going to have him cast, if we can. Yeah, cast a cure. Well, hold on. Hold on. Don't do that. Use a potion if you can. You don't have a potion of healing, do you? So let's see who's got a potion of healing. Evandol, maybe. You have a potion of extra healing. We have a potion, that's probably extra healing. Another extra healing. You know, any potions of healing? There's one. Trade that to Ranulf. That's good. Let's see if that works. Use that. Must be readied. Of course. Ready. And use. Says you're healed. You're up to full hit points, which is about where you were before, I think. So I guess it worked. His XP is 22,501, which about makes sense. I don't know what it was before, but it's fine. Okay, so we used a restoration scroll, and we used a potion of healing. So 2 items out of our inventory. That's good. Ranulf is somewhat better. We used it twice, so we should be restored twice. We're going to save this. All right, games. There we go. Okay. Now where are we going? We still haven't even made it into Area 10 yet. Again? Oh, poo. All right. Combat. We're going to have to draw them in somehow and then use the fireball. It does have a wide range, so that's a good thing, but we kind of need the whites and the ghouls all to move up, you know? Still hasn't started back up into the second period yet. Oh, goodness. All right. As far as like upcoming games go, I'd like to do some World of Warships for Thursday, maybe if Zoe is able to play. Let's see. For you right now, I want to cast. Let's try it. Hold on. Oh wait, you know what? Screw it. We just saved it. We're fine. Discard. Let them come to us. We're gonna try the fireball here. Right here. 10 for fire. That kills 1 zombie. 2 zombies killed. 20 points for fire. Okay, so this is good. Fireball's working. Good, good. That decimated their ranks quite a bit. We'll focus on the ghouls as they come in. Perfect. Hatherall should be able to... You're going to guard. Hathral should be able to use his magic missile wand for this. I want you to guard. Yeah, we definitely decimated them. There we go. Dang it, I was hoping he would hit that. Gotta hit these whites. We do not want to get hit again. There we go. The zombies don't bother me because we can turn those. Bye. So I'm either going to do World of Warships on Thursday night. If I don't, I'm going to move to Diablo 2. Should have used turn. That's okay. Use that wand up, man. He's got 1 hit point. Yeah, target him. Let's get rid of him. I want you to guard. If that white moves into position, I want to hit him. Like now. 16, nice. That's a big hit. Now we can probably magic missile him to death. The ghoul attacked Avondale for 3, but I could swear ghouls could do more than just attack. I thought they had draining capability. That's weird. I think I'm going to use Amelina's turn ability. Nice. These guys are going to move up. I'm going to have Amelina turn them all. He missed the white. Dang it. Use. Let's get rid of this guy. 5. Slip in here and attack. There we go. That's what I want. I want the white gone. You attack the ghoul. You turn. You turn. Bye. Should get rid of at least 3 zombies. 4, good. 5, good. And it turned the ghoul. Nice. You guard. Evandal got a shot. He's going to run right to the corner, I think. Nope, he's going to run up that way, huh? Okay. You're just going to have to run up to him. Somebody's going to have to hit him. You're done. I'm going to save the magic missiles. Done. Guard. Done. Guard. This guy's going to move to the corner. Got it. Tauros, on the way. I think I want to dedicate tonight's episode to a friend of mine. Um, I just found out this weekend that he passed away. Um, Not much older than me, or me, he might have been my age or younger. Um, it's been a long time since I got a chance to speak to him. We played deck hockey together. Goodness, when we were in our 20s, uh, even our teens, really. Played together for a number of seasons, had a lot of good memories. A lot of fun memories, you know, commiserating about just you. You gotta understand when we play deck hockey, we were playing against guys who play hockey, like organized hockey. Kids that grew up from the squirts, the peewees, the bantams, they played all the youth hockey, played in high school, played hockey for years and years. These guys know how to play hockey. And then you got us, Scott and myself, just and other guys that we would play with. Man, we were hacks basically, but we got better after playing a little while. Um, we learned some tricks over the years, and we got better. But our skill level was never going to be the same skill level as some of these other guys. And what was even worse is that some of these guys were really like too competitive for their own good. Like it's a deck hockey league. You're not even going to win a trophy when you win the championship, you know? Um, it's literally a beer league, and they would take it to the point where it was so hyper competitive. They would like hack us. They would do all sorts of BS crap on us. It made it not fun, you know. Um, the good news is that we did win a championship at one year. So we always will have that forever. It wasn't even like A League, I don't think, but it was still a championship. We were very proud to win that. Um, I always remember our first year playing together. Um, so to Scott, wherever you are out there, man, I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of your family right now. I hope you're in a great place right now. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I hope you're having a lot of fun and you're, you know, you're exploring and doing new things. I hope, and living your best life wherever you are now. So, um, this stream's dedicated to you, my friend. Those early days of deck hockey, man. I did a whole write up on them too, so I always have that to go back to. We didn't have everything on video, or we have some pictures, but didn't have a lot of video back then because it was like the early 90s. But I did a write up, and I was inspired by one of my baseball coaches who did a write up of our baseball season in high school. And it inspired me to do a write up of our first season playing deck hockey. And it's funny. I still have it somewhere, and I treasure it. And I hope the other guys who played on our team treasure it too, because I tried to bring out the highlights for everybody. Everybody had a highlight of some sort in the season where they did something where they scored a goal or had a great defensive play or whatever. And you know, I hope I was able to capture all that. You know, I'm doing that sort of thing now with our Saturday um, Pathfinder sessions that I play with Foxfire and Nolkara and some others here too. Um, it's the same type of recap thing where I write up what happens. I basically um, I take notes, almost like a secretary in a way, where I'm taking meeting minutes. I'm noting what's happening during the session itself. I'm just writing notes of who's doing what, descriptions of rooms, um, you know, what each character is doing. I don't worry about the loot so much necessarily. I just try and like I capture the big stuff. Um, I figure we can kind of fill in some of the other stuff later because it's not really that interesting or not that important. More undead. They are thick in this area. I'm supposed to take a right here. I haven't even got to this point yet. We're going to combat. So what happens is I write the notes down during the session, and then we play every 2 weeks. So I capture those notes, and then I'll take those notes away and I'll write a story or kind of a free-forming story around those notes, and I'll embellish it a little bit to make it sound more like an actual story that you're reading as opposed to, so and so hit this guy for 13 damage or whatever. That's I'm trying to embellish like, oh, this guy made a deft move and swung around and hit this guy with the axe and chopped his arms off and stuff like that. Use the wand. We've got these guys in a corner. Is it just these guys? Really? Okay. This is almost not worth going with Magic Missile here. I'm sorry. This is not worth going with Fireball. You might as well just turn them. Kill all the zombies. And then we'll take our chances on the whites, who have already been damaged. Good. Right in the middle of 3 of them. I'll use the Magic Missile. Why not? Why don't you hit this dude? Now we need to get up and hit. That's it. That works. 15:24 in the second. Still 1-0. Not good. Not good. I'm a little surprised there's still some zombies around. Dang it, can't hit the whites. Can't hit them. Juju zombies. Oh, that's interesting. They have more hit points. There goes one white. Use. Keep using those magic missile wands there. Get rid of that guy. Thank you. I don't want him draining any other levels here. I don't think the Juju zombie is going to worry me here. I don't think he can drain levels. Nice. Very, very nice. You hold off. You're just going to guard. No, don't attack your ally. Get in there. Attack. There you go. That wasn't too bad. I'm not taking short bows. Which puzzles me. Like, why do they have short bows and they never use them? Let's just save this here. Let's try and get through this. You stand before a huge tower. The single entrance is locked and strongly built. Warning voices cry from within. We are the spirits of those who fought the dragons. Leave us or die. Yes, we leave. Whoops. Let me do that again. Let's try and leave. Where are we? Oh, it moved us. I see. I think we have to fight him, which is not what I wanted to do. 4 whites. That's not fun. No, we have to fight him. So if I'm lucky, I can get through this fight and fight 12 here, where we fight the Wraith before I have to call it a night. Golden Knights lead in shots. So they are definitely taking more shots than the Hurricanes right now. So let's see if they can keep that up. You take shots, eventually a goal's going to go in. Carolina Hurricanes goalie is good, but I don't think they're that good. Ooh, what's that? Oh, goody. The one guy we need is paralyzed. Paralyzed. What is going on here? We're all paralyzed? What in the heck? Oh, this is beautiful. A mummy. Oh, goody. Dead. Okay. That's fun. Turn. I don't think we're going to be saving this one. I think we're going to have to load. I didn't expect to run into that. That's like, it doesn't say anything about, it just says you're forced into combat as a white zone random combat with 4 whites without any checks for white kill score. And now we're going to lose all our guys because they're paralyzed. Like, they must have been paralyzed from fear from the mummy. So I don't know how this is going to work. It's possible Amelina could tank all this. But then she'd have to raise everybody. So I suspect I need to... Yeah, I'm going to reload this. Let's do this. Alt-L. Let's load. I'm not interested in wasting time right now, so where are we at? There's our place right there. So we're gonna try and do this. Amelina cast. What do you got? Cast protection from evil. Oh, that's not good. Tauros? Okay. Prayer? All right. We have prayer now, and we have protection from evil. What else? Shield would be nice if we have that. Let's see who else can cast things. I don't know who's got protection from evil, but they all kind of need to have it on them at this point. Otherwise, there's paralysis. Fireball. Bear with me. Ranulf's got prot evil, I believe. On yourself. He's got 2 prayer spells. That's good. But we don't need it if we already got 1 prayer up. Evandal, you're next. We might have some scrolls that have prot evil on them. I don't think the magic users have prot evil. Oh, he has shield, though. Why not cast that? Haste might be another one. Because the way it's looking right now, I think the top 3 might be safe from the fear effect. But the bottom 3 are not. Which would be a rough fight to get through. Oh, hey, how's it going? Farandweil, my friend. Yeah, go protect Evandal. Protect Hatherall. Beautiful. Now everybody's got prot evil. Let's see if this holds up now. Yada, yada, yada. Nope. We want to fight because we can't get through otherwise. They kick us back. We have to go through this same dialogue over and over again. So we have to fight. I don't want to fight. I'd like to, bypass them, but we have no choice. Still 1-0 and almost halfway through the game. Doesn't look good. That mummy's going to be a big problem. Oh, see, Hathrall got paralyzed. Prot Evil didn't work. That's a serious problem. And here comes the mummy. Blah. Shoot. Hmm. That's crummy, especially when you cast Protection from Evil and it didn't work. Yeah, at least she got rid of most of the zombies. But now everybody around her is going to go down. That fear effect is deadly, man. I cannot believe that. What can you cast? Dispel magic? Nope. It's all down to Amelina right now. Yep, there goes Hathral. Well, this will be pretty quick, I bet. I mean, Amelina does have great AC, but even her luck's probably going to run out at some point. And she's going to focus on the mummy. Zombies don't bother her. I don't think a hold person spell is going to work on the mummy. She's surrounded right now, so I don't think this is going to help. And she keeps missing the mummy, so... Yeah, if she can't hit the mummy, that's a problem. I think at this point, maybe she should switch tactics a little bit. Take out the 4 whites. Hope the mummy keeps missing. It's a tall order. She's got a lot to deal with right now. And then when she gets hit by the zombie, that doesn't help either. I could have sworn the Prot Evil would have worked. Let me see if I can figure that one out. No, see, their saving throw didn't work, apparently. Because there's a saving throw against fear effect on the mummy. Yeah, this is just not going to work. This, now she's diseased. She's only got 15 hit points. Now she's down to less than 10. Yeah, this is going to be a dead. TPK here. Yep, all dead. I'm just trying to think of like how we can boost the saving throws here. Protection from evil, prayer, and shield spells before this combat to prevent too many characters getting paralyzed by the mummy fear aura. And we don't have cure disease. Mummies are vulnerable to holy water. We don't have any of that. They are immune to cold, sleep, charm, paralysis, and poison. Excuse me. So, let's see. Sleep, charm, paralysis, and poison. That means hold person won't work. They only take half damage from magical weapons. They have the disease attack, the rot attack, fear aura at start of combat. All opponents must save or be paralyzed for 1d4 minutes. Minutes. That's bad. +1 bonus with party of 6 or more. Humans save with a +2 bonus. They are vulnerable to electricity. What does Prot Evil do? Protection from evil. It says +2 bonus to AC or saving AC and saving throws. Duration says 2 minutes per level. So it should last into that battle. Enlarge could work a little bit, but I don't think it's going to help against the saving throw. Hmm. So it sounds like we need to. First of all, we're going to reload. This is why save games are important, children. The second thing we're going to try and figure out is, can we encamp? Every 5 minutes, there's a 4% chance you are disturbed by ghouls. Yeah. I think we need to redo our party spell list, quite honestly. There's a little room not too far from us. I don't think that'll be enough to secure it. I kind of think I need to exit. I'm going to follow this wall here. Actually, we're going to try and go around south this way through here. Get to a wall here, and then this way. Actually, just follow this up. Get to the edge, to the doorway. Alt save just in case. I don't like this, but we're not quite ready for this. I think we're going to camp outside the graveyard if we can. Hurricanes are up 2-0. Doesn't look good. I don't think the Golden Knights can win this game. Not down 2-0. Told you they had the wrong goaltender, though. This is the game you need a goaltender to step up and be huge and hold them down to 1 or 2 goals at most. I don't think our goalie's going to do it. Leave. Do I want to camp here? I don't really want to. We can go right into the city. We'll take the boat. Go find the inn. We'll heal everybody back up. We'll redo our spells if we can. And it's nighttime, so we gotta kill some time. Whoops. Why are we in here? No, not really. South, this way. Ugh. Going to the inn. We're going to want to load up on protections from evil. Probably sell some crap at this point too. So this might be a good place to stop. Let's have Amelina cast. Let's cure everybody up first of all. So, although it seems like just our clerics got hit. Nope, Evandal got hit too. Never mind. We're gonna need more protection from evil. Let's get rid of hold person because these are just not gonna work. I'll hold on to find traps just in case. Um, get rid of dispel magic. Nope, never mind. I don't want to dispel magic, do we? Yeah, I guess so. Screw it. Cast it on yourself. There we go. Oh, you have 2 prayers already. Never mind. Okay. Tauros. You've got Detect Magic, 3 enlarge spells, which aren't going to do you much good. You get 2 knock spells and Fireball. Cast enlarge. Get rid of your hold persons. We'll get rid of the stinky clouds. Don't know what else we can do though, but whatever. We got prayer. We're going to use that. We got fireball. That's going to be useful. You get 2 fireball? Really? That doesn't seem right. Charm person's probably not going to work. Mirror image could work. Haste could work. Shield could work. But you don't probably have magic missile. You have protection from evil. We definitely want to use that. Get rid of stinky cloud. I don't know what we can do to replace these things, but at the very least, let's get them out and figure this out later. Even if it's just using enlarge instead of stinking cloud, that might be better than what we're doing now. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I could try to level up, in which case that might buy me another spell or 2, which would be great if we could memorize like magic missile, because that would be useful. She has 86,000 experience points. There's nothing we can do about that. I just wish this whole thing doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, I don't know how much XP he really has. Can he level up as a magic user or not is really what I need to know. That's just his memorized spells. A lot of platinum, a lot of gold. If we can't level up, it's useless to us right now. I don't know. This is a pickle right now because we're running into a mummy and we can't get rid of the fear effect. What also makes this difficult is because we have 5 of the 6 characters are non-human. And because of that, they don't get the +2 for their saving throw against the mummy. Because only humans get that. So that's a problem. The Prot Evil should help with that. But, you know, clearly they failed the saving throw. 5 out of the 6 still failed the saving throw even after casting Prot Evil on them. So I'm not sure what's happening there. I don't know if it's a glitch in the game or if it's something else. Let me check. I want to check one other thing. I want to check prayer. What does prayer actually do? It's a general purpose buff debuff spell. It improves Thaco and saving throws for allies. Imposes penalties on enemies. It can't be stacked. I don't think it can be stacked. Protection from evil. Bless. Bless could help. That's one thing I don't have. I should probably throw in there. I could try things like mirror image and haste. Yeah. So it sounds like what I need to do is take some time off camera here. See if can I level up the characters even more to get more spell slots. Maybe memorize more spells. If I can't do that, the next step would be consolidate and get rid of stuff. Anything that's I can sell or something to do with like, can I reduce the weight that this party's carrying around right now? That's going to be the next step. So train, try to reduce weight, you know, however possible, Um, then the next step will be to reconfigure my spell list for everybody. We want bless, we want protection from evil as much as possible, like on all 6, ideally. So bless, prot evil, prayer. We've got prayer. Um, mirror image should be useful. Haste would be helpful, I think, as well. In fact, I wonder if haste. How do they do haste on this one? Hmm. So your base movement's modified by haste. Initiative is not affected by haste and slow, which it should, but tabletop rules are different than these rules, apparently. Doubles both movement and number of physical attacks, affects only allies. Ages any affected recipients by 1 year. That's crazy. So we have a potion of speed we could use too. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna regroup on this one. Um, like I said, I'll try and play it offline when I get a moment. Again, hitting those three things that I mentioned before. Um, try to level up. If you can't level up, then try to reduce weight, get rid of coinage, get rid of stuff to sell, or otherwise just remove. Then work on setting up the spells. We definitely want bless, prot evil, um, prayer, haste, if possible. We've got haste, I think. Mirror image is another one. Um, just run the gamut there. Also, magic missiles. Like if we can get magic missiles for guys in here, I want to at least be able to cast them. If everybody can cast magic missile, that increases our firepower. Even though if it's only a little bit, it still helps. So anyway, I'm gonna save it here one more time. And that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. I hope you all have a great week this week. This is 21st Century Jedi reminding you take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Fins up, bubbles up. Um, hope to see you guys Thursday evening. We'll either do World of Warships or we're going to do Diablo 2. So then Sunday would be either Diablo 2 or Final Fantasy 7. And then we'll just kind of take it from there. It's going to be a while before we get back to this one, probably a week and a half, 2 weeks. So that'll give me time to try and figure out what's going on. I might actually even try and fight that battle off camera just so we can move on with it, and I'll explain what's going on with it. Uh, Trust me when I say we're not going to cheat this thing. We're going to play it according to rules and try and get through it as best we can. So uh, I have to figure out a way to get past that fear effect that the mummy puts out because it's taken out 5 out of our 6 characters. That is unacceptable. We can't do that. If that's where the game ends, I'll end the game rather than try to cheat it, you know. But I will do everything I can to try and play it legit. We'll try and get through those fear effects, keep the party up and running, and then hopefully beat that battle, beat the following battle with the Wraith, I hope, and then continue on. I feel like the stuff in the graveyard is probably going to reset, so we'll probably have some more fights to deal with, but at least we know how to deal with them. We can go get more arrows at least, for the little things like the skeletons and the zombies. So I think we'll be okay. As long as we can get past that fear effect from the mummy, we should be fine. If not, well, we'll end this thing early. That's all. So take care, guys. Hope you have a great week. Hope to see you all Thursday evening. Uh, 21st Century Jedi, I am signing off. Have a great night, guys.